November 22nd, 2024. My name is Adam, and this is a video regarding Volkswagen vans Type 2 68 to 70 rear wheel axle, stub axle, wheel bearing replacement. Initially, I thought I was going to just loosen my brake adjustment stars and adjust the brakes. As you can see, I need new brake shoes. Boy, look at that. That's terrible. Unfortunately, this stub axle was wobbling, which meant I needed new bearings. I haven't even gotten to the brakes. I've been dealing with the bearings and the stub axle. Let me show you an inventory of the tools I've used first. Definitely a jack stand. You do not want to work on a vehicle on the jack. The wheel is underneath the vehicle. It was a little closer before. A rechargeable light with magnets on it. Very useful for hanging and attaching to things. A little sledgehammer. Some disc brake grease. Flathead screwdriver. Couple of blocks of wood. This is a little long. A shorter one would be a good idea, as would a 4x4. This is a 2x4. They used to be 2 inches by 4 inches. Now they're 1.5 by 3.5 or something. But a 4x4 helped a lot. I had to go and purchase some snap ring pliers. Because there's C-clips in there. Comes in a little kit. I needed one of these. This is the size. Let's see. You can't read it. I can't read it. Don't know. There's the new brake drums, brake shoes, sorry. Lots of rags. Sales receipt. These snap ring pliers did not work. They were too small. I'm not going to get rid of them. I didn't know which size wrench I needed for the brake bleeder screw. I used this, I believe. And for the brake line, I used one of these. It's a 6mm. Okay. Other tools I needed were, this removes oil seals. Some brake parts cleaner. Oh, let me tell you something. Just spray things down the night before, the day before, 15 minutes before you go to unbolt them. That's my new rule now. Day before, 2 days before, 3 days before. Just going to do that. Liquid wrench penetrating oil. I had a bucket in which to store things. I needed this when I was removing a ring, one of the snap rings, to get it in there. Hold it out. What else do I have in here? I needed a little brush. A little brush. There's the old O-rings. Well, I mean the old oil seals. And the snap ring did not work. I used something like this to clean out the grooves of bolts. Get the grime out. Get out the grime. Those are real lug nut. To pound off the axle nut. You can use this. Smack the end with a hammer. I didn't though, because I've got a $1,200 impact driver. I'll show you that in a minute. Gloves. Don't get the vinyl gloves. They're not tight enough. This is for sweeping out spider webs. This came in handy for these shocks. I believe, did I use that on the shock? I moved the shock out of the way. See that? Pipes are very handy because it extends your reach. I didn't need that. Did not need that. That is too long. That is just a little long. I used this to pound out the bearings. See the end of that? Sorry, hang on. Come on, focus. Focus. This. There, that did it. That's inside. Pull out this. You still have to remove this. But in order to get to that, there's another one sitting out here. Hit it on this. Okay. This way, that way, that way, and that way, and that way. Right? That makes sense? Sorry if my hand's in the way. That. there. Does that help? Eventually, this comes off. You have to do it from the other side too. Sorry. When you're doing that, over here. Terrible lighting, terrible focus. I'm sorry. I wonder if I show the light from this side. Oh, there we go. Yeah, see that? Now then. Okay. Now before you do that, this has to come out. On this side and on the other side. Also in here, there's a bearing. There's two. A bearing here and a bearing there. Okay? There's two other things. Okay, there's that. And there's a C-clip. There's one here, and there's one over here. Okay? So what you do is you end up pulling this out. Oop, down there. Down there. Pull it out like that. Okay? And you take this. And you squeeze. And then it goes ping. Like, "Arr." Do it again. You have to do this. Put it in there. Squeeze. You got it. Like this. Squeeze it. And you pull it out. Okay? You need glasses when you work with that. This is an O-ring with a bunch of gunk on it. Under the O-ring is a C-clamp, and then this is the bearing. Now then, if you've ever seen skateboard wheels or bicycle wheels, you know how the ball bearings are round? I think those are round, but on the outside here, they're more shaped like barrels. These ones in there. Let's go look over here. See that? They're shaped like barrels, like soda pop cans. One of them is, but the other one isn't. These are round. They all fell out. See, by another one. They come in boxes that look like that. Or boxes that look like that. Wheel bearing. Now this is an O-ring, or it was. Okay, so you pry it out. Did not use that. I don't think I use these. Didn't use those. Didn't use these. Hold on, let me pause this. Okay. This is what I used. It's a DeWalt 20 volt brushless impact driver. The 46mm socket. The socket needs to be like this. Don't get anything else. You can't get anything else. Don't use a 12 point. It has to be this, 6 point. And this cost $1,200. $1,200. The brake job would cost $2,000 just in labor, apparently. Alternatively, you can use a 6-foot long bar. Welded on the end is a 46mm hold on, let's get in the sun here. Where is it? Good heavens. By Snap-on, 46. See that? There we go. Right there. You see it? There we go. 46mm. Welded on. And what you do is you put it on there like that, but you lift it up in the air like so, or the other way, and then you stand on it. And then you find another guy and he stands on it too while you hold on to the roof. Or you do what I did. You spend $1,200. You get this sucker. You put it on there. One side rotates one way on. One side rotates the other way on. One side rotates one way off, and the axle nut on one side goes off a different way. Now, this drill isn't a drill, it's an impact driver. It pulls off the, pounds off the nut. These things go in here. Spray them though first with a lubricant so you don't break them. I think they get torqued to about 40 foot-pounds. I've got 2 broken off on the other side. And that's where I'm at so far. Okay? I hope this helps the next guy. If I can improve the video or add to it, let me know. Also, I'll tell you right now, before you take the brakes apart, get an expensive one of these, not a cheap one. Get the new shoes and take a photo of all these parts. Because when they come apart, you got to put them back together. And you need to know that this spring goes over the top here. This one goes under the bottom here. This gets right into here. This side goes into there. See that little spring? Into that spring there? Pops there, right? Goes under there. You gotta remove these suckers, because it will collapse and fall apart. And you're not going to be happy. not mention that you have to remove the leader screw back here somewhere. Let's turn this around so it's oriented properly. Let's get some light on this. Thank you for your patience, dear viewer. I apologize. There we go. I'll go down this way. There we go. Okay. Do not strip that. And don't strip that. Spray them. Very important. I will do so now. Let's see which size that is. I think you guys are gonna get dizzy. Look on the readers. The viewers get dizzy all the time. Think like the viewer. There we go. This fits on there. Can also use a socket. Sorry for the video. I apologize. Is that better? And this one I think is an 11. It's a little loose there. That's an 11. Okay. We'll take this off first. Okie dokie. I think that's it. Make sure you have a friend or an extra car. I do have a video on just the brake shoes. A playlist of videos on that to help. Okay. That's it for now. I hope this helps with you replacing your Type 2 Volkswagen van rear wheel bearings. Oh, it's not all. No. Now you need to know something else. Let's say this is left inside and you've been tapping it out. Now you need to put the new one back in from this side, or the new one back in from this side. In order to do that, thank you for your patience, dear viewer. In order to do that, you're going to put it here. If you can, get a 4x4. Take a piece of 2x4, like that. Whack the end with a hammer. Thanks. Put that around it. Whack that with a hammer, but I'm telling you, just whammo, whammo, whammo. And that'll drive it in. But it won't drive it in all the way. Don't use the old one, because it'll get stuck in there. You can use this to put the new one in. Just tap. Well. Tap. 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 And you just keep going around. slowly go in. There's a ridge inside, a little valley. Two of them, a valley out on this end, a valley out on that end. And into that valley is where the C-clip goes. You need to go in past that. One side, I think there's also a ridge which will prevent the bearing from going further. I think that'll do it. I hope that helps. I did not pack the brake grease on the bearings until they were inside. Then I packed them from both sides. Oops. Then I packed them from both sides. Okay, that's it. Thank you. Bye.